How's it going, peeps? Just a quick video. So I am back. I've been away for a bit. I had some issues with my old phone and a load of nonsense. Wouldn't connect to the Wi-Fi and shit. I couldn't make any videos basically. So I tuned it off for a bit. But I am back, and what a busy time to be back. Got this. What is it though? It's the 1st of August, I think. Yeah. 1st of August 2024. And it's 5 to 11. It's boiling. Got these stabbings in Liverpool. There was a stabbing of a soldier the other day. Everyone seemed focused on that Greater Manchester police officer stamping on that bloke's head. At first sight, didn't really look that professional. He's probably in the shit anyway, to be honest. I know what the job's like. He's not going to walk from that. Albeit, in any other country in the world, it'd probably be justified, considering what he'd done prior to that. And I like how the media held off on releasing that full video until the shock and awe of what happened with the GMP officer set into the public, and they'd already made their minds up. Then the media released the actual story. That's the world we live in, folks. So yeah, the stabbings in Southport then. What a fucking tragic waste of life. It's immensely sad. You know, 3 little girls at a dance practice, and then some lunatic walks in and starts stabbing everybody. Just mental. But seemingly indicative of the UK at the moment. It just seems so common, and I see these figures being spread about that, you know, crime is falling, as Labour said when they come in, which is absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. The Ben Kinsella Trust say that, you know, or Ben Kinsella, or, you know, the anti-knife movement, their statistics say that knife crime is up 78% in the last 10 years. So where are these numbers coming from? I'm more likely to trust them than I am the government, because at the time when they were saying this, they were just trying to get back in. I just despair with it. And it adds leverage, you know, to that old adage that I've been saying it for years. Ever since I could sort of really understand the nature of good and bad. The only person that can take care of you and your family when something bad happens is you. The police will never be there in time. Not as long as there is a hole in your arse. They will never be there on time. And people, as a result of that, are always going to die in these mass casualty incidents. It's just a sad state of affairs that, you know, you can't even carry pepper spray in the UK to protect yourself. You can't carry anything for the purpose of protecting yourself. Why? I've been to Poland, I've been to Germany, France, Spain, the States, Cyprus. I've been all over Europe. Pepper spray is widely available. I mean, it's on the shelves next to the Skittles, for Christ's sake. You know, Poland and certainly Eastern Europe, you can buy like electronic stun weapons, like some of them are like a flashlight that's got a stun gun on the back. Tasers are widely available in Czech Republic and Serbia and places like that for the general public to carry, and it makes total sense to me. You know, my mother walks her dog out on her own. What is she now? She's 64. She's a cancer survivor. She's out walking her dog. If someone gets hold of her, she's had it. She's like so weak. She's had it. And she's not legally allowed to carry anything to protect herself. So we're in that, you know, that old adage, aren't we? The government's armed and the bad guys are armed, and the people that are paying for it all are not armed. There's just nothing you can do about it. Imagine the difference if when that kiddie come into that dance recital thing the other day where them kids were murdered, if just one of the people in there, one of the adults, had pepper spray and just got him in the face, or a baton or a taser, just to drop him on the spot, and then you know, restrain him until the old bill turn up. What's wrong with that? I don't understand. You know, oh well, you know, the police go, well, you know, the bad guys are going to get hold of these weapons. Well, so what? They're not lethal. Well, tasers have been lethal in the past, but that's not because of the taser, that's because of the individual. But then, you know, pepper spraying someone in the face isn't going to kill them. Simple as that. Coppers, you know, they might get pepper sprayed in the face, and they've got a lot of weapons that people could get hold of. But that's their problem. That's not my problem. At the end of the day, the police should be routinely armed, like the rest of the world. I don't understand why we're in this mentality where the UK thinks that we're right and everyone else in the world is wrong. Oh, you'll have to forgive me. It's been such a long time since I've had a decent rant. But, you know, you go all around Europe. Iceland. The police in Iceland are armed. When's the last time you heard about anything major happening in Iceland? But they're armed routinely. Because they must operate on the belief that I'd rather have and not need than need and not have. And the UK police are a prime example of that. When Lee Rigby was being brutally murdered on the street, there were officers there, but there was nothing they could do about it because they had to wait for armed officers. And then when the armed officers turn up in about 8 minutes, the whole world's like, oh, bravo, well done the police, bravo. They turned up in 8 minutes. How fast was that? Well, not fast enough for everybody that's dead, sadly. When seconds count, the police are minutes away. And that is, unfortunately, the way it is always going to be in the UK because we're so boneheaded. Everybody is anti-gun. Everybody's anti-violence. Everybody doesn't, you know, they don't like the concept that they might have to just do something for themselves for once. Just I can't figure it out. I'll never be able to figure it out. You know, if that was the USA the other day, he probably wouldn't have got through the door. It's just insane. And I know it has happened in the USA where lots of people have been killed. They've got like gun problems over there. I appreciate that big time. You know, there's no vetting to who can own a gun, right? That's their problem. But we can't even carry pepper spray. It's just absolutely mental. You know, they say there's no need for us to carry it, yet the police are carrying it. Police are wearing body armour. Yeah, I appreciate they deal with stuff and they're dealing with it every day, but if they need it, you need it. It's as simple as that. I don't know what the answer is, to be honest. And then secondly, I'd like to talk about this thing that came out about the guy that killed these kids the other day. This news thing that said it was a Muslim asylum seeker that's coming on one of these boats in Kent, right? Fucking hell, but he's 17. They're not going to release his name. He's only 17. They won't release his name. It's as simple as that. It's illegal. Right, so why everyone has bought into this bullshit story that's come out, right, and then just gone absolutely mental, is beyond me. What I saw the other day on the news was not people who gave a shit about what had happened in Liverpool. Most of them look like scallies and junkies to me, to be honest. My family's from Liverpool. I know exactly what they look like. I know exactly what type of people they are. They were nothing but morons, just out to lob stuff at the police. And the police, why are we lobbing stuff at the police? The police didn't kill them kids. You know, it wasn't, you know, you went and smashed up a mosque and then you end up having a scrap with the police, not the people in the mosque. You've achieved fuck all, is what you've done. And everybody's watching, and you're just taking the edge off the fact that, you know, the people who believe that violent crime is on the rise, like me, and that we need to do something dramatic about it, about knife crime and things like that, you've just taken the edge off of our cause. Because everyone already thinks we're right-wing racists, because dickheads like you keep going out and saying that all these stabbings are the result of minority groups killing people. Well, that isn't true. That is not true. And then smashing up a fucking mosque in Liverpool. What's that in Southport? What has that achieved? Nothing. You just look like thugs. And you're just taking credibility away from the whole the whole process of trying to get the government to fucking wake up to the fact that they can't protect us. They're failing miserably at protecting us. But we ain't gonna have any clout if you dickheads are out there causing fights and things like that. It's not right wing to want to protect yourself, all right? It's not right wing. But when you go out and smash a mosque up, you look like right wing lunatics. And then the news get all over it and they call you right wing lunatics. And then the British public, in their usual docile sheep way, just agree with whatever they're told by the press. Get a grip of yourselves. You're not helping things by rioting. I understand there's a bubbling undertone, and I understand that people are seeing things and putting 2 and 2 together and making 20, right? You're not seeing what you think you're seeing. There is absolutely no proof whatsoever that that guy the other day was an asylum seeker that came in on a boat. Nothing whatsoever. All you've heard is what you've been told by some fake news outlet, and then you've rioted off the back of it. Fucking mental. The only thing I will say is that fella that stabbed that squaddy the other day, they played down, you know, what happened there big time on the BBC and Sky News and things like that. Is it because he was black? I don't know. Maybe they were trying to avoid something like you've just proven happens the other day. I don't know. But everybody seemed to be more focused on the fact that the Greater Manchester Police had just stamped on someone's head than a serving British Army soldier had just been almost stabbed to death on the street. Choose your battles, people. You need to open your fucking eyes and focus on the facts instead of just reacting, because it just looks stupid and gets you nowhere. Anyway, that's me back in the fold. I'll start banging some more videos out on my opinions. Like, comment, share below. Tell me what you think. You know, I'm like I said from the outset, I'm pro free speech. I want people to be able to say whatever they want, even if that offends people. I don't really give a shit. People, you know, people being offended is not the end of the world, is it? If I don't agree with you, I'll tell you I don't agree with you, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be allowed to say it. So let's debate this shit. Let's talk this stuff through. Let's not go up to Southport and start smashing up mosques and attacking decent Muslim men and women who've done fuck all wrong. This is why people think you're racist. They're decent, hard-working people. They didn't stab them kids. Wind your fucking necks in. Give me a follow. I ain't got enough followers, and I love doing this, so get on it. Let's get talking. See you later.